warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we have two guest speakers who have reverted to Islam, and their theme and topic is why I chose Islam. Our first speaker is Brother Moosa Makana Netshiendulu. Brother Moosa reverted to Islam in 2012 at the Institute for Islamic Services, where he had attended regular Islamic adult classes. He is the author of the book Why I Chose Islam, and currently is running his own business.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Sadaqallahu al-aziz. Elders, brothers, and everyone in the audience, I greet you in this Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As the announcer has already pointed out, I'm here to speak about why I choose Islam. Reverting to Islam is always a challenge. When we want to look at the environment to which we grow up, as you all know that the Republic of South Africa is largely comprises of Christians, followed by Muslims and other religions. So in that case, this religion holds sway in most parts, like in the educational sectors, in schools, in the military, in everywhere, in hospitals. Before they start their program, they start with their prayers, in which they are conducted in the Christian way. The military, before they start their duties, the same story. They begin with their prayers according to their Christian beliefs. In schools, the same procedure. The reason being that it is what we believed here in South Africa, because of the influence of the media, that Christianity is a religion of peace, whereas Islam is viewed as a religion of violence, which encourages its followers to kill others. The anti-Islamic media also played a role in painting Islam in a bad light. Newspapers, TVs, radios always show us with the news of suicide bombings, radicals, extremists, fundamentalists. These are the terms that we often hear, we often read, which make a normal person to react with fear. So in that way, they tend to portray Islam in a way that people are actually scared. So in this way, when somebody refers to Islam, it's like that person has actually moved from a peaceful religion to a violent one. So you can see the challenges that we do face here. Before I came to Lodium, where I'm staying now, I used to stay in Netshiendulu. I used to visit library, there's a communal library there. There are some books on Islam, but not single one of them was written by Muslims. They're actually written by non-Muslims who never miss any opportunity to portray Islam in a great way. So, for someone to come into the fold of Islam, sometimes it's a challenge because they can't find out the truth about Islam from without. When I came to Lodium, to the Institute of Islamic Services, they gave me books, they also gave me lectures. So in this way, I was able to learn and to see the true picture of Islam. Psychologists have developed two theories of learning. When do we say a person has learned? First one is called cognitive theory. Second one is called behavior theory. The first one, cognitive theory, it involves a change in thinking. They say that when new information comes to your mind, where there's already other information which is almost the same as the one that is coming in, two things usually happen. Either the new information which comes in the mind, it displaces the old one and settle in and establish itself, or it can be rejected back in favor of the old one. If new information comes to your head, it clashes with the present one, then the new information comes in, settles in. That means there's a change in thinking, and therefore that person is said to have learned. In behavior theory, psychologists say that we can say that the person has learned when we see the changes in behavior. For example, if somebody is taught new hygienic routines, which obviously clashed with the one that he used to do before, when we look at the person and observe the changes in the way he does his hygienic routines, we can say that this person has learned without even asking him, because we can see the changes. So, what happens is that when I was learning about Islam, instead of allowing the preconceived idea about Islam or the hypothesis that I had before, because sometimes when people are learning something which is new, either they can modify that thing to fit into their thinking, or themselves they can modify their own thinking so that new information can settle in. So I approach the issue with an open mind. I don't want to judge it by looking at it at face value. I try to explore it, to analyze it, to look at it, to value it, and to make a conclusion which is based on common sense and logic. So that picture, which is often painted by the media, I placed it aside. I looked at for the first time I was reading books written by Muslims, getting to know what is Islam, what Islam is exactly. After every conversation here and there, because I used to attend every day, listening to some videos by the likes of Dr. Zakir Naik. Instead of rejecting the information that was coming in, I decided to open up a bit to allow the new information to settle in and to displace the first one, the original one. Instead of looking at Islam as a religion of jihad, as the media always portray, of Boko Haram, of ISIS, of Al-Qaeda, of Bin Laden, then I could see that there's nothing wrong. There's actually nothing wrong with being a Muslim or of Islam itself. And as African myself, there were too many things that I found very similar with what I was uphold, like polygamy. I was born into a polygamous family myself. So when I read the Quran, it was the only book which allowed polygamy, which I found no objection to that, because it confirmed with what I already believed, with what I already uphold. So, although I was a bit skeptical at first, also I was wondering what's going to happen when people back home find out that I became a Muslim. What are they going to say? Maybe they're going to disown me, they're going to give me names, they're going to treat me differently, because apparently it's like he moved from a peaceful regime to a violent one. Like what happened during December time last year when I was at home. When I arrived there wearing my topi with the kurta, people were saying Boko Haram, some were saying Al-Qaeda, all these kind of names that they hear on the media. So this goes to show that as long as people are getting correct information on Islam, the media will also find a niche or use that to advantage to portray Islam in a bad way. It's only when a person makes efforts himself to learn, to interact with the Muslims, to find out that the person can really look at the picture of Islam in its correct form. So it was not an easy position, it was a challenging one because of the stereotypes that we often hear on the media and at large. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep me in the right path, give me the correct guidance, and I pray for peace in our country, among Muslims, and prosperity and success. Thank you.
We thank Brother Moosa Makana Netshiendulu for his lecture. Our second speaker is Brother Mohamed Ebrahim. Brother Mohamed resides in Marabastad and has reverted to Islam on the 11th September 2016. He is attending regular madrasa classes in Marabastad. Currently, Brother Mohamed is in construction and is also furthering his studies in Islam.
Salam. Well, I've been called here today to give you an insight as to why I joined Islam. Now, firstly, before I joined, I was a Christian. Now, being a Christian, it was a case of don't do what we do is what we tell you. They do not teach you anything relevant that comes out of the Bible. The reason is that the priests are chosen. The priests that have got the gift of the gab, that are able to convert ignorant human beings, doesn't matter what color, what language, or whatever you are. These people are trained, the priests are trained to tell you what they want you to do. You are not going on one-on-one with the Almighty, as we are doing now in Islam. Now, during the past years, and I'm a young man, I'm only 7 months old, in Islam. Okay? So don't get any ideas. However, never once did I get spiritual satisfaction, which is every human being's right to get spiritual satisfaction. Without it, you are lost. You're a lost sheep in a big, big world. And you will take up the responsibilities of other people except your own. As I said before, you are told what they want you to do, and you are not to do what you want to do. But nevertheless, that is being ignored. However, the reason why I joined, right, I'm going to tell you a little story now. Round about June, July last year, I was sitting at home with my wife. No, my wife was at work. I was all by myself with my pets. And a thought came to me on the dining room table. What is the difference between the King James Bible, the revision, and the Holy Quran? I went to my friend, who's also a brother, Aziz Qasim. He owns a little cricket shop and a spy shop just around the corner from me. And I asked him, what is the difference? He told me, hang on, Mohamed, or Dennis, my name. He said, I'll bring you the Quran. I said, no, great, happiness. He brought the Quran, and he said I must read it. He told me what I must do, what I mustn't do. Very well. And I started reading from the first page. Al-Fiqh. It's only 4 or 5 verses long. As soon as I read that first 4 or 5 verses, then I came to the realization, hang on a minute, there's something here for me. Now, maybe I've got the key to spiritual satisfaction, which I never had all my life. And my life hasn't been easy. It's been up and down, been there, done this, done that. What all Christians do these days do. However, I read the Quran cover to cover twice, right through, just to make sure, to make up my mind what I wanted to do. Remain a Christian or to become a brother of Islam. I decided that I would become a brother of Islam. But here comes a little catch. I approached, correction there, I accompanied Brother Aziz Qasim to the Masjid, and I was sitting at the door. And one of the brothers, I think he's the caretaker of the Masjid, got me by the shoulder. He says, will you please come go to the front with me? And the first mistake I made was I walked in front of a brother. Oh boy, here I'm going to get it. Okay, now I hadn't been in Islam at all. So anyway, I apologized and brought me to the forward. Where I'm standing now, well, this first row. And then another brother said to the Malana that we've got a new member. He wants to become a Muslim. Okay, there was a little talk here and there. Right, eventually I read the introduction to becoming a Muslim. Reciting of the Islamic introduction to becoming a Muslim. Right, my mind was still spinning because I did not know what was going on. I didn't know what I must do or whatever. But anyway, all things came to the good. I was inducted into Islam on that day, 11th of September, on the Salat in Namaz Friday. And I've never looked back since. I found that I've got spiritual satisfaction in all aspects of my life. Right, it has been difficult, but that is my jihad, that is what I realize. It's your personal, how can I put it, personal, a big one, a personal walk into becoming Islam. Because Islam is a way of life. It's nothing to be played with. We all need eternal life. We're all human. Some of us don't. Some of us take it for granted. Some of us think it's a big joke. But I'm telling you, brothers, it's not. From where I come from, I do not regret one moment, not one moment, of becoming a Muslim and joining Islam. As I said, it was difficult when I first started, but since then, to learn, I have gathered up over 60 books on Islam, every aspect of Islam. The Salat, the Namaz, the Wudu, the Good, even the reading, starting from lesson 1, Abata, whatever. I'm now on lesson 25. I can write. I've read the Holy Quran, the English translation. I started my 8th time, cover to cover, this morning, before my Fajr Salat. And I shall continue until I've completed it, and then carry on again and again and again, till I know it backwards. The present Quran that I'm reading is in Arabic, the Arabic writing. It's got the transliteration, and also the translation and commentary. And all the books that I've read every single one of those 60-odd books that I've got. I've learned a lot from them. And I'll request that all the brothers that want to get to know Islam is to obtain these books. They are available. If they're not, you must ask them. Because this is the part of Islam, faith. The main pillar of Islam, faith. And there are 6 articles of faith. The belief in Allah, the belief in His books, belief in the Prophet, belief in the angels, belief in the resurrection, and of course there is one other, and that is care for the poor, charity, zakat. All these, all accounts to faith, one thing. And as I said, it's the main pillar of Islam, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, faith. And I've often asked myself the question, a lot of questions, faith. What is faith? And by reading these books, it has shown me what faith is. What one must do to be able to obtain that faith. And, most importantly, put your trust in Allah. You cannot do it on your own. That I found out very hard and very quickly. So you'll just be running around in circles. The more information you are able to obtain through the books, the better you will become. You will grow in your spiritual walk, the walk of truth, the walk of light. You will grow. As I have grown in just, next week I'll be 7 months old. And I've grown like you never know. I've got more faith in me, alhamdulillah, than I've ever had in my whole life. And if I can help any of the brothers, I will go out of my way to do my best to help you.
Takbir! Allah! Takbir! Allah! La ilaha illallah!
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم.
ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا لا سيما على أولهم بالتصديق وأفضلهم بالتحقيق، المولى الإمام الصديقين أمير المؤمنين وإمام المشاهدين لرب العالمين سيدنا ومولانا الإمام أبي بكر الصديق رضي الله تعالى عنه، وعلى عدد الأصحاب مزين المنبر والمحراب الموافق رأيه للوحي والكتاب سيدنا ومولانا الإمام أمير المؤمنين وعز المنافقين وإمام المجاهدين لرب العالمين سيدنا أبي محمد الحسن وأبي عبد الله الحسين رضي الله تعالى عنهما، وعلينا معهم يا أهل التقوى وأهل المغفرة. اللهم انصر من نصر بنا سيدنا مولانا محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وبارك وسلم. ربنا يا مولانا واجعلنا منهم، واخذل من خذل بنا سيدنا مولانا محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وبارك وسلم. ربنا يا مولانا ولا تجعلنا منهم، عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. ولذكر الله تعالى أعلى وأولى وأجل وأعز وأتم وأهم وأعظم وأكبر، والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا والأسباط سمع الله